All right, let's take you on a tour of an ERP solution called OneShot, powered by SAP Business One. And why would you want to explore an ERP system for your shooting and firearm organization? Well, you can see here that there's many reasons, but some of it is you're growing, you're expanding, you're getting bigger. You need to have data digitized, put it in easier formats for you to break down, to make real time decisions on, automating things, being able to keep up with demand. These are all good reasons why you may want to sit down and explore an ERP system. Now, the one that we have today that we want to show you is called OneShot. And OneShot is specifically designed for the firearm industry. It provides you the digitization and all of the things that you would need, the features inside of an ERP solution, but also with a focus and expertise in the firearm industry. So having an ERP solution that is going to be in this area will help you gain that competitive advantage that you need against your other people in your market. Being able to have all of the features and functions all in one central location, so you don't have to be going 5 different areas to get the data, exporting, dumping here, putting here. Having it all in one location is a valuable feature of an ERP solution. And then obviously just having easy access to data. So being able to have that information for your management to make decisions quickly and have it being up to speed and not outdated, so those decisions can be relevant. So without talking too much more, let's take a look at the core. We call it the intelligent core of the one-shot solution, ERP solution. These are the different things that you'll be able to do all inside of the same system. So obviously we have tools around management and administration. As we talked about, it's one of the key features is having the information that management needs to make decisions real time, being able to set authorizations for users, having things like alerts and approvals, features around sales and service for your sales team, purchasing and operations, regulatory and compliance, production and MRP, inventory and distribution, and then obviously accounting and the financials. And so we're going to show you here shortly a demonstration of the solution, what it looks like, so you can see how easy, user-friendly it is for your team to pick up, how powerful and complex it can be, though, for the customizations you may have. And so even if you have very, very unique requirements for your organization, we, above and beyond OneShot's core, we also have the ability to provide and meet Yule's complex requirements. Things around, analytics requirements, advanced manufacturing features, warehouse automation, WMS, hands-free scanners, commerce such as e-commerce, and even just point of sale commerce, having things in the cloud, having things at your fingertips wherever you go on your mobile device or tablet. So these are also things that we'll be able to handle above and beyond OneShot's core. But let's go back to the core and show you what that looks like inside of SAP. So as I open up the SAP solution, OneShot powered by SAP Business One, you'll see here very quickly that it's pretty user-friendly. It's easy to use. One of the buttons over here to the left is the main menu. You can see all of the different features or modules that we have within here. And you can very easily customize these, turn these on and off, make it simple for what you'd like, but I left them all on so you can see that it has the features that your organization would need now as you first implement OneShot. But then also 10 years from now, you're going to be able to have the solutions that you need and the features that you need that maybe you're not utilizing now. Just to highlight a few, let's open up some of these folders. So obviously at its core, we have accounting and finance. You can see all the modules we have around there, having chart of accounts, journal entries, 1099s for your vendors, budgets, fixed assets, reconciliations, financial reports, such as your balance sheet or your trial balance, cash flow, all sorts of things in their team. Going hand in hand with that is their banking, receiving payments, doing outgoing payments, making deposits to the bank, doing reconciliations with your bank, cutting checks, doing ACH, all sorts of features on the accounting and finance side. There's also features that are very similar across the sales and purchasing. You can see here if I open up these, we've got modules specifically for your sales team doing sales orders, deliveries, RMAs, return requests, invoices, credit memos, you name it. And then also on the opposite side of the purchasing spectrum, purchase orders, goods receipts into the warehouse, AP invoices, credit memos, returns, and all of these have financial impact automatically since they're all in the same location back to finance where we started with the chart of accounts and the different accounts that you have. We have features to help you manage your customers and vendors called business partners and having records for all of those and their desired defaults and preferences that you have with them. We have modules for inventory, so keeping track of all the data about our items, if they're managed by serial numbers or if they have specific groupings that they're held accountable to, just different remarks that you may have about that item. So here you can see some of that information, compliance information, restriction information, different in-stock levels at our warehouses, planning data, purchasing data, sales data. We have all of that for you. OneShot helps you manage barcodes, bin locations, different pricing levels, helps you do pick and pack, and then all sorts of inventory transactions like inventory transfers, doing cycle counting, inventory counting. And then right underneath of that, we also have different resources that you can have like labor or machines, production, having bill of materials for your items with components and quantities, and instructions that flow into those finished goods if you're doing production, making and scheduling production orders, having capacity planning, with those production orders. MRP, material resource planning, to help you produce, know when to buy, and to make sure you're being efficient in those areas. Having forecasts to help you know what you should buy, when you should buy. Service calls to helping you with customer service, warranties, and modules such as project management, internal projects, external projects with budgets, and then all sorts of reporting tools to help you run as many reports as you may need inside directly in the system with a single click of a button, and even the ability to make ad hoc reports on the fly with a direct integration with Excel, where you can come in here and pull up an Excel and have a full integration where you don't need to export, paste into Excel, manipulate, change. It's already integrated. So you can just come in here and say, what type of data do you want flowing over to Excel? I want profitability. Great. You just go ahead and click on that, and Excel will open up in the background and then have all that data there for you that you can make that analysis or that report on the fly. So you can see here, if I put it up on the main screen here, here is the Excel. Here's all the data that flowed directly from SAP. So if I wanted to see my gross profit and I wanted to see that by my different types of customers, great. I can make that report and then use my normal Excel skills to manipulate that, do calculations, save it, and then have it real-time refresh the next time I open it 2 days down the road. So I'll close out of this. But those are just some of the features. Even, I didn't touch on it, but, CRM tools to help you with sales and CRM of gaining new clients. We have all sorts of modules that you may need now and in the future. So now that I've showed you some of that intelligent core that I talked about earlier that SAP has, I want you to also see that not only will it have all the features that you need now, but also that it's really pretty easy to use. It's very user-friendly, but yet very powerful. To show you that, I'm here on my dashboard. Every user has their own dashboard of important things that they want to see every day that's refreshed automatically. So things that may be important to me are my workflows. So if I want to enter a sales order, I know the flow that I have here. I can just click on these and open up those documents. If I help out with, paying the vendors, I can see how much money I owe each vendor, and it can change every single day. And so I can see, hey, I owe this guy a lot of money. I better pay this. And with clicks of buttons, you can help automate and do things directly from here. I can see employee performance of my production team, how they're doing against the standards that they have. I can see information about how many orders came in, last night from my e-commerce store. How many FFL certificates do I have expiring that I need to go out and reacquire? How many production orders need to get done? You name it. It's very easy to customize this. You don't have to be a programmer. It's just kind of drag and drop. You can see if I come up here, I can move things around. I have a gallery of a bunch of different widgets that I can add that are very standard across all industries, and it's just a simple click of a button to add those in here, and manipulate and change what you'd like on the fly. Other tools that are really nice to show you how user friendly the system is we have a button that's just a full database search. So just like you would see with Google or any other online search engine to search the entire World Wide Web, we can do the same thing with our ERP. No matter what data you have, one of the benefits of digitizing your organization is having it all there for where you can do a quick and simple search. So if you knew a phone number of a customer, type it in and it will find it. If you knew an item and you wanted to see all the orders for that item, or whatever it was, even a very simple keyword like I want to see everything in my system that has to do with technology or a tech, even just a simple keyword, tech, great. Just go ahead and type that in. It's literally going to go out and search almost all the fields in my entire database and find any results. So instead of me spending half a day researching something or auditing something, I can just simply come in here in a matter of seconds. You can see it's pulling up all sorts of results that show me, hey, we found 118 AP invoices that had the word tech in it. Or we found 5 business partners, so I can filter on those things. Okay, there's all 5 of them. Well, 4 of them are customers. 1 of them's a vendor. Oh yeah, I'm looking for a vendor actually that had the word technology in their name. Oh, there they are. SMD Technologies or SMD Custom. I can then drill down and open that up. Everything's, hyperlinks and drill down capable so you can find information easily. So that's just kind of another way to show you how user friendly it is. We have other features like interactive chatting where you can do live collaboration with your team and have chat messages and attach documents and orders and send back and forth to each other. We have tools that help you, with very intense calculations and what if analysis, like cash flow analysis on the fly to make sure you have enough cash for maybe an important decision coming up, or forecasting out for the future for what your sales may be for a specific item. We can use algorithms to help you predict and calculate that. All sorts of tools that help you, see and do this analysis and navigate through. So this is just a brief, a really quick brief, synopsis of the OneShot solution. So you can really, walk away with an idea of, hey, what does it look like to use? How can I get in this, day in and day out? And then what are the features that it have that are beneficial for me and my company, but also for me as a company that's in the firearm, and shooting industry. And as I open up some of these windows that I kind of highlighted on, you'll see that we have a lot of tailorization specifically for your industry. So an example, when it comes to sales, anytime that I'm doing a sell for an item that is, that needs to be tracked from my acquisition and disposition book, you can see the system automatically knows that based upon the items. You can see here's an item, this Glock G19, that is managed by serial numbers. As soon as I try to add a delivery or try to dispose of an item that is tracked by this, it automatically asks for the serial number information. So that way this goes directly into my acquisitions and dispositions report, or it can be integrated directly to my solution or software that I have for my compliance. Same thing on the procurement side. When you acquire an item, when an item comes into the system, let's say with a goods receipt into the warehouse, the same thing applies. If that was a item managed by serial number, which we do have one here, you'll see it asks for the same information, and I have to give it that information to flow into that to that report for my acquisitions and dispositions. So this is just a quick little flavor to show you, hey, not only is it very valuable just for my digitization of any company, but specifically for a firearm and shooting company. We have other things to help you in the organization or in the industry with FFLs. You can have a table full of all the FFLs that you have. So when you're shipping to a customer and it's going through an FFL, you have that information stored here. With 4473 documents, if you sold it directly there in your shop, you need to track the serial number that was used. Great, we have that. I showed you earlier with compliance around items. We can come in here and put state restrictions on items and have that flow in, and then have those reports that you may need specifically for compliance. So that's a brief little overview of the OneShot solution to help your company as you guys plan to digitize and plan for the growth that you're having in the future, to have things in an ERP solution with the expertise in the firearm industry.